I want to warn you about something that happened to me last week. If you live alone, this story will change the way you sleep tonight. Because ever since that night, I have not been able to close my eyes without fear of what waits under my bed. It started on a quiet Tuesday night. The air in my room felt unusually cold, even though the windows were locked. I had just turned off the lights and was settling into bed when I heard a soft sound. It was not the usual creak of furniture. It almost sounded like breathing. Slow, heavy, close. At first, I thought it was coming from outside. I held my breath and listened again. There it was, a warm exhale, directly beneath me. My heart froze, but I still forced myself to look over the side of the bed. The floor was empty, just the wooden boards and the shadows stretching across them. I tried to convince myself that I was imagining things. I turned to the wall and closed my eyes. Then I heard it again. That deep breath, this time followed by a whisper. A word, soft, broken, and unmistakably human. It said my name. The next night was worse. I refused to sleep, but exhaustion eventually won. When I finally drifted off, a sharp noise pulled me awake. A scratch, then another. Slow drags on the underside of my bed. My chest tightened as the sound moved from the top corner of the mattress to the very center. Right beneath where I was lying, I could feel the vibration through the bedframe. Something was down there, something with hands that could reach. I gathered the courage to look over the edge again. I lifted my phone to use the flashlight. Before I could turn it on, I heard a low voice whisper from under the bed. "Do not look." I shot up from the mattress and ran to the door, but it would not open. The handle twisted freely as if something was holding it from the other side. My room went silent, so silent I could hear my own heartbeat pounding in my ears. Then the mattress behind me dipped. Slowly, as if someone heavy was crawling onto it. The sheets slid back, the bed sagged under an invisible weight. I could not move, I could not scream. I felt something cold touch the back of my neck. A voice whispered once more, this time so close I felt the vibration in my skin. "I have been waiting for you." I turned around. There was no one on the bed, but the mattress remained sunken, as if an unseen figure was still kneeling there. Then the unseen weight began crawling toward me. Each shift of the mattress was deeper than the last. Slow, deliberate, hungry. I slammed my fist into the door. It swung open at the exact moment something grabbed my ankle. I fell onto the hallway floor, kicking wildly. I looked back into my room just in time to see a pale hand retreating under the bed. And then everything went still. I moved out that same morning. I slept in a hotel. I slept with lights on. But the nightmare followed. On my third night away, I woke up with the same cold air brushing across my face. I heard the same breathing. This time from under the hotel bed. I backed away slowly, trembling. When I reached the door, I heard the voice again. A whisper that curled around my spine. "I found you." The mattress rose. A shape pressed upward. A shadow formed beneath the blankets. I ran into the hall and called the front desk. By the time security checked the room, the bed was completely flat. Nothing under it, nothing in the room, but when I returned for my bags, I found something on the pillow. A handprint, cold, damp, the exact size of the hand that grabbed my ankle. I do not know what crawled into my room that night. I do not know what followed me after I moved. But I do know this. If you ever hear breathing under your bed, do not ignore it. Do not look, do not speak. Because once it knows your name, it will never stop searching for you.